Good morning and welcome to Nature Watch. Nature Watch is sponsored by Waddell's Nursery, Floral Garden, and Bird Center at the corner of 12th Street and Millam Road. And now your host of Nature Watch. He did not bring any stones in here today.
No.
It's Gary Miller. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes. Oh, big plans later today. Yes,
and actually,
sir.
the sun's out there this morning. It was a bright orb in the sky that had to drive east a little ways on West Main, and I had to put the visor down. It's bright, but it's nice seeing the sun. And that's going to actually warm it up some today. And boy, it looks like we're going to be warm the first part of this next week.
And then we'll tumble back again, and then we're going to go back to the seesaw, it looks like.
Yeah, so
if I look ahead.
Yesterday, Michigan Storm Chasers posted that Michigan has 12 seasons, and their best guess is that we're in the second season now. So first season is actual winter. We're in the second season now, I guess, which is called the Spring of Deception.
Yeah. I think that's the same one I shared. Actually, okay, I'm looking at WeatherBug. Okay? I want to throw a monkey wrench into everything. 44 today, they say. Okay, yeah, that's about right. 46 tomorrow. Beautiful. 51 Monday, 52 Tuesday. Let's talk Wednesday. 70% chance of rain. 64. Yeah,
so they keep upping that. I know Scott Larson this morning up in Grand Rapids is not going to be quite that warm, and actually his forecast this morning was saying Wednesday it's going to be high of near 50, but then in Grand Rapids, and then drop and actually have some snow. There's a big winter storm that's north of us here that's out west that doesn't look like it's going to reach us down here in southwestern Michigan, but we might, those winds can shift pretty fast.
Well, we're in that, we're getting that track developing through the Ohio Valley, and that's where we get a lot of our storms from in the winter. Actually, looking at next Thursday, 57. Down to 35 that night, and then we're in the 40s, upper 30s, low 40s after that. So,
which is sort of average.
It depends on who you want to believe, I guess. And do you trust a 7-day forecast?
Yeah. So if you don't like the forecast, get your weather forecasting dartboard out and just throw a few darts at it and feel comfortable. Like, it's probably close.
I think that's how Scott Larson actually does it. No, Scott, I'm kidding.
So. I actually saw that they posted this week. We may be heading into an El Nino for the summer.
Yeah.
So it's we'll have to wait and see, and
we're going to relive. Possibly, I think it was 2014. We were very, very, very cold in the winter, but very, very, very warm in the summer.
So we'll have to see if that comes to fruition.
Right, and it's Michigan. Who knows?
Yes.
Again, dartboard. We'll just stay with that.
Or if you don't even waste the effort of throwing the darts, just wait a while. The weather's going to change. It's Michigan. You'll find some weather that you like at some point or other.
Right. You can join us this morning, 269-382-4280. You'll need that number in a few minutes if you want a gift card. We'll do that shortly.
And if you think about something during the week and then you forget on Saturday morning to call in, you can email me during the week at naturewatch@waddells.com.
Yeah.
So you don't want to talk on the radio, don't want to text Saturday morning because you're trying to struggle to get the coffee made or something, email me later on.
I may try that sometime. If
I
can get Ken to sit here and sit in for me some morning, I may do that. I may just do that.
So yesterday, I actually did a little seminar class at Waddell's that I did for a garden club, and on the way there, just northwest of Schoolcraft on 12th Street, I turned the corner off of U Avenue and saw a couple of shapes up on the road ahead of me, and the vehicle that was a little ways ahead of me had slowed down and sort of evaded these. And my first thought was like a couple of dogs running alongside the road. So I get up closer, I slow down. I actually wasn't going very fast because I had just turned the corner. And so I'm very cautious. See, I get up closer, and it's two young tom turkeys. And when they see me coming, they get off to the gravel on the shoulder of the road and sort of look at me. And then after I passed them, and actually when I was coming up to them, you can see occasionally they would be trying to fan their tails and that. And then after I passed them, they did the same thing. But then they started jogging down the road following me. I don't know if they're out just exercising or what. It's just sort of funny. But a week ago...
I have nothing to say about that. I really don't.
So last Sunday morning, I look out the kitchen window in the back of one of my fields. Along the fence line and the trees, there are some turkeys roosting there. And I've never seen turkeys roost in that particular tree. So I was a little surprised. So I had this philosophical thought. So if you have a tom or a turkey roosting in a tree, does that make them become roosters? And then you can see them when you see them and say, hey, look, a chicken. Just a philosophical thought for you Saturday morning.
I'm out of here.
Yesterday with the sunshine, too, I saw lots of squirrel activity. So squirrels are digging up the food storage that they buried earlier in the fall and just out active. There were several times I saw 3 and 4 around the same tree. So I think they're just out socializing like, hey, it's sunshine. Finally, we can get out and play around, and it's not super cold and not frozen.
Yeah.
So
we always mention pretty much every week the drought monitor. He updates that left and right.
Didn't change anything last week.
It did. Well, let's take a look at everything going on. We're just now getting into this warm streak. So
yes,
let's get the snow melted, and then we can have better.
We still have some very dry conditions, or almost dry conditions. So it's not going to take long without any precipitation or not much more snow. Even though we've had a lot of snow, the snow's been melting. I know Scott Larson had a graph this morning at showing the little bar graph how much the snow has gone down this week. Just keeps compressing because it's so warm.
Right.
But this is actually perfect with these warmer temperatures and not real hot, not a rain or anything, and that snow can melt very slowly and seep into the ground, which is needed. So it's actually good.
Okay.
I had to do a double take because I was looking. I usually check the rare bird alerts comes out of the Cornell Ornithology Lab, and which is part of eBird. But every week in Michigan, you can actually get a location, and so they have them listed. You can list it by species or by county. Now I was looking southwest Michigan to see what rare birds are seen, and someone had seen a turkey vulture this last week. It was a confirmed sighting, and that was in Kalamazoo County. And I'm thinking, that turkey vulture might be comfortable this next week, but when it gets cold again, they don't have any feathers in their head. They don't like getting those heads cold. So I'm going to guess that turkey vulture is going to head back south for a while. Either that or it's going to hide for a while. But there's also some neat birds that have been seen, long-tailed duck in St. Joe County and Calhoun County, northern pin-tailed duck in Hillsdale and Kalamazoo counties, and northern pintail and then the long-tailed duck both have very long tails, very showy, especially the long-tailed duck. So if you have a chance to get out and about, be worthwhile trying to see them if you have those on your bird list and you haven't made that on your life list yet. Lots of things coming up. Actually today and the next week or so, week plus. So Waddell's Green Thumb Club class are taking a break today so they can spend it with their Valentine. But that picks up again next week. And then in a month, so about 5 weeks, the Waddell's Spring Flower and Garden Show is here, which is actually the weekend of the spring equinox. So good touch of spring. So that's coming up soon, 31st annual. So check the Waddell's website out on that. Kellogg Bird Sanctuary today from 11 to 12:30. They're doing a guided bird hike celebrating winter birding. And then tomorrow they have free sanctuary admission day. So the admission for the guided bird hike today, there's a admission fee and a small fee for the hike. 3/4 mile loop trail, so it's paved, so it's not going to be too hard to walk. Might be a nice day to go for a walk. Take your Valentine out and go for a walk. Tomorrow with Great Backyard Bird Count, they have a free admission day. And Audubon Society today from 10 to 1 is doing a field trip, Great Backyard Bird Count, and they're meeting actually at the Portage Creek Bicentennial Park. So they're going to hike along that and add some birds. You have some experienced birders, so if you want to get out and about, again, a nice day for a walk. They have their birds and next program coming up, Birds and Climate Change on the 23rd, which is this next Monday, a week later. So Birds and Climate Change, an update in progress. Dr. Susan Schneider was on the faculty at Western Michigan and serves on their climate change working group, is going to be talking about how climate change has been affecting birds. The Kalamazoo Astronomical Society today has their continuing amateur astronomy classes. So if you haven't done that, there's a 5-part series. Excuse me. Today is part 3, binocular basics. So if you don't have a telescope, you sort of learn how to use binoculars and look at the stars. Oh. And then later tonight, if you're thinking of looking for something to do with your Valentine, from 9 to 11, they have an online viewing session with their telescope down in Arizona. And looking at the forecast, it's going to be totally clear tonight during that viewing session. So that'll be a good thing to do. You can sit with your Valentine and look at the stars.
That was timed out perfectly because we just haven't had a lot of clear nights. So,
yes.
There you go.
Well, they have them down there, though, because it's almost always clear down there. This weekend, so lots of things to do with your Valentine. If you're in the fishing mode, this is a free fishing weekend. So it might be a good chance to go out and catch some ice. Ice fishing.
Test the lake before you get on it.
So the DNR's been posting ice safety. Yeah. Need to be very careful with the ice out there,
especially now with everything warming up. Right.
Oh, good grief! Yeah. So with those temperatures, and some of the lakes have some springs on them, so it's pretty hard to sometimes you don't know what's happening underneath that ice. Right. So I like the big graphic that they have. So ice needs to be at least 4 inches, a good solid ice for just to walk on. Mm-hmm. Needs to be 6 inches for the snowmobile. So I wouldn't even think about, at least in southern Michigan, even taking the snowmobile out there.
No.
And then it needs to be thicker and thicker. A semi-truck has to be somewhere between 36 and 40 inches thick of good solid ice. And then if you're a Star Wars fan, the all-terrain armored transport, it needs to be 60 inches thick. And for you folks that like living way in the past, or even are a Godzilla fan, a lizard monster needs to have about 100 inches of good solid ice to support them.
I'm going to stop you. We need to give away something.
Just some neat. So be careful. Test the ice before you walk out because there are going to be some really thin spots here and there.
Let's do that. Yeah, definitely check before you go out there.
Yes.
Or just fish from shore. If you
Yeah. Or we may have open water. You can get the boat out.
There's open water actually on the St. Joe River.
Yes.
So
canoe,
stand
kayak,
on a bridge and
rowboat.
Yeah. Or on shore.
Or on the shore.
Tell you what, let's give away a gift card. Spring is coming, and you can take that gift card to Waddell's and get set for it.
Yes.
269-382-4280. First correct caller to answer Gary's question correctly will win a gift card. And please, if you have one within the last 30 days, if I could talk, let's let somebody else do it. Gary, what is that question?
So I think this is a softball today. I was actually going to ask another I'll talk about that a little bit. The other one I was thinking of throwing out there. So my question today is, what typically elusive bird species, not normally seen here in winter, was spotted at Wolf Lake Fish Hatchery this last week? And there were actually 5 of them seen.
Well, okay, can you repeat that again?
What bird species, and it's typically elusive when it's here in the summertime, they're hard to find and see, and they're not normally seen here in winter because of their food, was spotted at Wolf Lake Fish Hatchery this last week.
Oh.
And they actually saw 5 of them. And actually they had been seen several other places around southwest Michigan, but those had not been confirmed. The ones at Wolf Lake Fish Hatchery were confirmed.
Ah, okay.
So we'll talk about them a little bit when we get the answer.
Okay. Well, I had somebody calling in. Once we said we were giving away a gift card, they started calling in. So let's just go to them right now. Good morning, WKZO. Who is this?
Adam.
Who is this?
Adam.
Adam.
Hey, Adam.
Hi. Yeah. Don't mind my deafness or the fact that our technology doesn't want to work half the time.
Happens to the best of us.
Oh, I know it. Okay, what's that question again, Gary?
Yeah, so what typically elusive bird species not normally seen here in winter was spotted at Wolf Lake Fish Hatchery this last week?
Ooh, would it be the ptarmigan?
Oh, that was a good guess, but that is not correct.
Oh. All right.
We'll try. We'll try again. 269-382-4280. Well, we knocked that one out.
Yeah. So they're calling in before they even know what the question is, just to try to get in the queue to.
Yeah.
They probably been tried numerous times before and just never made it through. So.
Right. Okay. Let's try this again. Good morning, WKZO. Who is this?
Good morning, Jim. How are you?
I think this is Jeff, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You got caller ID, buddy.
Well, yeah. Oh, well, I had this little bowler feeling sense thing going on. You know, I used to
that is
bowl.
probably true.
He used to bowl. You know, we were all bowlers at one point in time. Okay, well, what's your guess on this?
Oh, sorry about that. I'm going to say, since I heard one of the blue herons.
Oh, that's also a good guess, but it's not a correct either. I thought this was going to be a softball.
No, it's not.
So actually, I'd seen this actually. Huh. So I saw this posted on a Facebook page. I can't remember whose page I saw that. I might have been friends of Wolf Lake Fish Hatchery. I had to do a little searching, but I actually could find it pretty easily. So good
I also
guess.
seen a robin yesterday.
Oh, ooh, robin!
That was
already.
Weird.
Yeah.
So robins. There are some robins that stick around here in the wintertime. You don't see them too often, but they are here.
Yeah.
I know when Joe Johnson from the Kellogg Bird Sanctuary was alive quite a few years ago, I remember hearing him talk, and his harbinger of spring was always the turkey vulture because they don't have feathers in their head, and they don't like their heads getting cold. So that's why I was surprised to see that somebody had actually seen and confirmed sighting in Kalamazoo County. So,
okay. I'll tell you what, Jeff, thanks for checking in. Try again, and good to hear from you, my friend.
Same here, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
All right. We'll see you. 269-382-4280. Let's take a break. What's that question once again?
Yeah, so what bird species is typically elusive to find or see when it is here in the summertime? It is not normally seen here in winter because of the food it eats. It was spotted at Wolf Lake Fish Hatchery this last week.
269.
And there are 5 of them seen.
269-382-4280. Nature Watch continues in 70 seconds, and hopefully we get a winner on WKZO.
Valentine's Day is today, and your sweetheart deserves the very best from the floral shop at Waddell's Nursery, Florist, and Garden Center, where you'll find the longest-lasting, top-quality flowers in town. Call or stop into Waddell's to order that perfect bouquet, like extra-large Dew Fresh roses, or the Rosy Cheeks bouquet in a keepsake pink purse-shaped vase filled with large roses and snapdragons. Or how about Love You Very Much, a smaller rose bouquet with a stuffed bear and chocolates? Maybe your sweetie would rather have a plant like an orchid or a peace lily. Waddell's designers can even make a custom bouquet with all their favorites and can also add a special touch with candy, balloons, or a stuffed animal. You never know what you'll get from an out-of-town source, but with Waddell's, you'll be assured of gorgeous, long-lasting flowers. Call 345-1195 or stop into the store located on Texas Drive at the corner of Milam and 12th Street. Open today until 5 p.m. Happy Valentine's Day from Waddell's Nursery, Florist, and Garden Center.
I like that it's local.
WKZO. More local news on the radio than any other station in town. And online, too, at WKZO.com.
Just about 8:51. We're still trying to get a winner on trivia, but then again, we did start late, and Jeff made it back through again, I can tell.
What do you mean?
What? A couple people tried calling in, and I got nothing but dial tone, but Jeff was able to kick them out. All right, you want to try this again?
Yeah, the yellow-headed or yellow blackbird. I'm not exactly sure if it's a yellow-headed or yellow belly.
Oh, that's also a good guess, but not the correct guess.
No, it's not. And
So I'm going to give a little hint. This is typically a shorebird, and they eat insects. That's why it's unusual to see them this time of year, because there's not very many insects around. They do eat some other invertebrates, too.
Okay. Well,
But this bird is one that typically is very hard to find or see because they hide. Very, 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 very efficient at hiding.
Okay, well, there you go. Try again. 269-382-4280. I just hung up on a friend.
So this actually caught my eye. And actually last Saturday I got into Waddell's, and Dan on the sales floor said he had a customer come in and ask about if anybody had talked about this bird that they've been seeing over by Olivet in Eaton County, so southwestern corner of Eaton County. And there's been actually numerous confirmed sightings around Olivet and in Eaton Rapids. And it was the crested caracara. Anybody ever heard of the crested caracara?
What?
They are not native here.
Oh.
They are actually in the falcon family, even though they look more like a vulture. And they actually have a very distinct look. Have some very thick beak, and with some orange right at the end of the beak. And they are just extremely along the Gulf Coast, and then down into Mexico, and then down into Central and South America.
Okay.
They don't come this far north. And there's been numerous sightings of them.
Okay.
So this is actually, so if you look at the, look either on the Audubon app or the Merlin app, or go to the Lab of Ornithology Cornell website and look at the All About Birds. Look at that. You want to put this on your life list to see, because unless you go travel south, you typically aren't going to see them. How they ended up here, I have no idea. I'm guessing they got caught with one of the winter storms that came from down the south, and they got on the northerly side of the storm, and the storm just pushed them up this way.
Okay. Well,
They're
let's
totally lost. I don't think the climate has changed that much yet.
okay. Let's see if we can find a winner. I think I have Jack.
That would be correct.
Okay. Let's give this a shot.
See if I can rescue you. Wilson's snipe.
Oh, that is correct. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning.
All right, Jack, you are our big winner of a $20 gift card. I need to get some information from you, so I got to switch studios. So if you could hold it on the line for just a moment.
Sure.
Thanks, and we'll let Gary fly solo for a minute here.
Yeah, I have a few things to talk about.
Okay.
So the Wilson snipe is actually rare, very rare this time of year. And I saw 5 of them this last week. I actually saw it posted on the Wolf Lake State Fish Hatchery and Visitor Center Facebook page. They're very well camouflaged, and they're shorebirds. They feed by probing their long bills into soft mud for insects, sometimes worms and that. So once mud freezes, they typically can't find food very easily, so they go south. And that's why winter sightings are so uncommon or rare in this part of the country. They sometimes will eat like frogs and that too, but all those food sources are not going to be active. So they've been seeing in this last week at the Wolf Lake Fish Hatchery. So if you want to go out for a hike around there, they're backed by Pond 24. And because of their unique and very incredible camouflage, it's hard to see them. But they're known for their winnowing sound when they make flight, that they make during flight and breeding season. It's actually caused by air rushing over their tail feathers. So Wilson snipe typically are here in the summertime, and if you can see them, but they're usually very elusive in hiding. So they tend to be just in the northern Indiana, Ohio, and the north as far as their breeding area, and then migrating through. And then they usually reside in the south, basically from Ohio River Valley south. So unusual to see them this time of year, especially with their food source of having insects and that. So it's if you have a chance to get out and hike a route, and with these next warm days, it might be a good time to get out and do some hiking. There's always some neat paths to hike on.
Yeah.
Some other neat events we got coming up. I want to hit these before I run out of time here.
Right.
The Michigan Botanical Society Southwestern Chapter program this next Monday night, Restoring Soil Health and Microbial Communities with Native Plants. And Dr. Catherine, apologize if I mispronounce your name, Dockery, Professor of Biological Sciences in Western Michigan, is going to be the presenter. That's at the Western Michigan University Wood Hall. So there's info on the Michigan Botanical Society's website. Go to the Southwestern Chapter calendar page. Kalamazoo Area Wild Ones this next week on the 19th has another Pints and Native Plants at Brewery Outre. That starts at 7. The following week, Wednesday, on the 25th, they have their February program, What Does It Mean to Be Rare? That's at the Portage District Library.
That would be me.
Plant ecologist Tyler Bassett will present an in-depth discussion of the MNFI, which is the Michigan Natural Features Inventories, management of the state's rare plant species data. So it might be a fun talk to sit in on. And then next Saturday, on the 21st, Kalamazoo Nature Center has a Science Speaks talk that's actually you can drop in. You have to pay the regular admission to get in, but you can drop in the program. That's at 2 p.m. It's called Ichthyology with Dr. Bloom. And so WMU evolutionary ichthyologist Devin Bloom will be talking about how fish move through our local waterways and the ways we view different species of native and non-native fish here in the Great Lakes region. Also next Saturday, the Pierce Cedar Creek Institute has their winter festival from 1 to 6. And then from 1 to 2 and 4 to 5, they have an intro to honey sensory analysis. So actually tasting some different honeys here from southwestern Michigan. They do ask for the pre-registration for the honey sessions, appreciated for the winter festival. Ellen Baca had some neat posts earlier, actually last weekend. Last Sunday she posted in the afternoon parts of Hawaii are set to see more snow in the next 36 hours than all of West Michigan will see in the next week. So up on the mountains and on the Big Island, they were expecting 10 to 16 inches of snow. So Hawaii gets the snow too.
Yeah, it's not surprising at all, at least to me.
And here with the warm temperatures, the ice coverage in the Great Lakes is decreasing and dropping rapidly.
Yeah.
They were posted that yesterday. And the Michigan Storm Chasers posted their maple syrup forecast for the year. We're in the good category. I actually saw some trees tapped yesterday. So with these warm temperatures, we see a lot of that.
And this is the time of year for that. So
Yes, it is.
fresh maple syrup.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Makes you hungry for some pancakes or waffles.
Uh-huh. That's great. Now I'm really hungry. Thanks, Gary. Appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. I have to have something to go with the coffee.
Yeah. There you go. Gary, thank you. Anything big going on today for you?
No, actually, I have the day off, so I get to spend it with my Valentine.
So you had better be doing that, sir.
I'll be watching some Olympics, I think. So good day for that. Got to watch some curling and maybe some hockey, cross-country skiing. So got lots of things to watch.
My day will involve some pizza. My Valentine loves pizza. So there you go. All right, Gary, thank you very much, and enjoy the day. And thank you for listening to this edition of Nature Watch. Tune in each Saturday morning at 8:30 for Nature Watch, brought to you by Waddell's Nursery, Floral, Garden, and Bird Center at the corner of 12th Street and Millam Road. CBS and local news is up next, and then American Outdoors. It's all next on 590 and 106.9 FM, WKZO.